Hi guys. I am literally sitting in my car again. I know, because my kids would not be quiet. Yep. So I'm in my car again. So I have to do this video. I did a post not too long ago about having open conversations with your children about sex. And so I wanted to touch on that. I basically talked about, I kind of put like some tips and stuff for talking about sex. I put it on Facebook and Instagram, but I was led to do a video, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do a quick video on it. So basically, some of the questions was like, when should you start talking with your kids about sex and relationships? I think that you should start talking to them as soon as they start asking questions about sex and about body parts or anything like that. Because my kids range from age 7. Well, he just turned 8, so from age 8 until the age of 22. So my 8-year-old, he's very into his body parts, so he knows what his body parts are. I actually have had in-depth conversations with him about his body parts, and I actually talk to him about his body parts like the real names. I don't say, oh, you have a private area. I actually call what the names are. And regarding sex, he has asked me about sex, and I said, that's something that you wait and save for marriage. Now, regarding my daughter, I have a 9-year-old daughter, and we have had discussions also about sex and about body parts. Now, with her, she, because of her temperament and everything, we talk more about, she actually knows what her private part is. She knows that it's a vagina, of course, and my son knows that he has a penis. And so with my daughter, I tell her that her vagina is her purse. And so with that being said, her purse is for her use only, and it's not for anyone else to touch. And so we both know, and it's an understanding, that she is not to allow anyone to touch her purse. No one to touch her purse, only her, for cleaning benefits and, when we go to the doctor, stuff like that. But she knows that her purse has 3 pockets, and she knows what those pockets are for. So those are the type of conversations that I've had. Now, regarding my teenagers, I have 2 teenagers. One is 15, and then one is 16. One is, the 15-year-old is a girl, and the 16-year-old is a boy. Now, for them, I really do have open conversations with them, because they have actually told me that their friends have been, having sex. And so they kind of asked me about it, and I say, well, are you ready to do something like that? And they basically told me no. And I said, okay. And I said, well, have you been thinking about, doing something like that? Like, do you, so I ask questions. I try to ask open-ended questions, which is always great. So continue to ask those open-ended questions, and just, kind of keep an open dialogue with your kiddos. Now, for them, I show them, I talk about, transmitted sexually diseases. I talk about protection. I talk about, condoms. I talk about, the female birth control. I talk about all of that with my kids. Well, with my teenagers, not with my 9-year-old and my 8-year-old. Now, with my teenagers, I actually, when I talk to them about sexually transmitted diseases, I actually show them the actual pictures of what they look like. And so by default, that actually kind of scared them, which was not necessarily my intentions, but it delayed them, looking forward to the sex part, which is okay with me, as a mom. But I mean, it delayed it for them. So when we do have those conversations about it, they just say, no, I'm not ready. I don't want to catch a sexually transmitted disease. So ultimately, that's a win-win. And I want them to wait until they, find the right one, or until they get married, or whatever the case may be. Now, regarding answering questions for your kiddos about sex. I know I wanted to speak to the fact that my 8-year-old, which is my son, he has made a statement to me saying that once he can't wait until he become a grown-up because he wants to have lots of sex. I mean, I'm just being honest. That's what he said. He said he wants to have lots of sex when he becomes a grown-up. And I said, that's fine as long as you are, using protection, and you and your partner go get tested and make sure you both don't carry any STDs or anything like that. So I'm pretty open and honest with my kids about sex and about their body parts and about having healthy relationships. I also talk to them about, peer pressure and them being pressured into doing something that they do and don't want to do. So that's my daughter right there, back there in the mirror playing. They know that I'm out here doing a video. So yeah, so just that's them playing. They know that I'm trying to do my video. But anyway, sorry. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. But regarding what I was trying to say was that when you're having conversations with your kids, with your kiddos about sex, just being open and honest. And sometimes you may even have to share a personal experience. I mean, my daughter, my 15-year-old daughter, I had to share personal experience with her about, my first sexual experience. She asked me what it was like. She asked me, did I enjoy it? Was it painful? Whatever the case may be. So I was honest with her about it. So that she knew that, if she ever decided to go into that, into that situation, if she ever decided to make a choice to have sex, she would know what it would be like. And so I think as a parent, we have to be, level-headed and open-minded with regards to talking to our kids about those type of things, because if we don't teach our kids and have relationships with them and talk to them about those type of things, they're going to learn it from their peers. They're going to learn it from TV. They're going to learn it from other people, and it may not be the way that you want them to learn it. So I think that it's best that we teach them as soon as we can. I mean, and even if you haven't started teaching them, you can start today. So so I would encourage moms to definitely, try to have these conversations, even dads. So anyone who wants to have this conversation, please do so. And you can also go back to my Instagram page or my Facebook page regarding the tips that I posted on the sex talk. And I'm going to also put the link below so that you'll have access to what I'm referring to. And I also will post on my page, on the link below, my Facebook and my Instagram information too. So if you get a chance, check out the video. If you get a chance, check out my Instagram, check out my Facebook. And thanks again for watching. Have a great day.